What's up, Foundation? What's up, YouTube? Man, it's me, your big partner, Cartoon 53. Man, I'm back again, man. I'm back again. Uh, man, let me show you something. A lot of people that are older, some younger, that don't live in California, specifically do not live in Southern California, they real interested on LA gang politics. They real interested on basically Crips and Bloods. They interested on the life that people who are really mired in that lifestyle, how they lived. You know what I'm saying? They interested on what the ins and outs, the what goes on, and the what went on. Of course, nowadays a lot of things don't happen and don't take place the way they used to back in the day, years ago. It's changed. It's watered down. It's different, a lot different. I'm here to tell you, I will be one of the first ones to tell you that gang banging in California is not what it used to be, and probably will never ever be what it used to be. It's pretty much it's pretty much, as far as I'm concerned, a foregone conclusion that it is metamorphed into something different. It's gone. The real days of Crippin' and Blood, how it used to be, it's gone. It no longer exists. Are they still doing it? Yeah, they still doing it. And they're doing it to the fullest of their ability. And when I say to the fullest of their ability, I'm speaking the youngsters, dudes that are around now that still putting in work, as the term they use, sliding, spinning the block, sliding, or whatever. You know what I'm saying? It's different. Like I say, the dress code is different. You know what I'm saying? The days of getting up, putting on your uniform. You know what I'm saying? Getting up, you had a uniform at one time. You know what I'm saying? And it was like, you knew, certain clothes meant gang paraphernalia. You can go into anybody's set now, and you can see how they standing around. You got dudes standing around in greasy, nasty sweatpants, slingshots on, which what people call them, wife beaters, tank tops, wife beaters. I don't know nothing about that wife. I don't like that term, but from when I was coming up, we called them slingshots. But now you see them standing around in those any type shirt on that says anything, any logos on them. It don't make a difference. It don't care. Tennis shoes lean to the side, warped. Skinny jeans, little bitty shirts that show their ribs. Just anything that they came outside with. Nowadays you see them, they pulling up and they posted up in the set with their work clothes on, with them funny little flak jackets that them dudes wear at the freeway with the orange and the yellow and the green in it. If the light hit it a certain way, it'll light up in case they working at night. Dudes standing around gang banging with those on. you feel me? With that on. It's just different, man. In my day and age, never. But of course, it's changed to the point where a lot of people have jobs now, whereas when I was coming up, wasn't nobody thinking about no job. A job, what is that? The only thing you considered being a job was patrolling the set. You know what I'm saying? Take care of the set. Nowadays, dudes getting down at real 9 to 5s, but still when they get off work, they coming to the set still, and they hanging, slanging, banging, and swinging, with their work clothes on. But yeah, the way people dress now and still representing they set is different. It's a lot different, man. There's no pride in it no more. The walk is different. A lot of people, that was so long ago that people don't even realize you had a certain type walk that signified you as being a part of somebody's set. You know what I'm saying? We used to call it belling. Some we even used to say selling, mobbing. However, walking was real prevalent back then. The big homies back in the 70s would walk from east side to the west side, from one end of LA to the next. They would walk, putting footwork in with the big giant radios and would just be belling, man. I'm talking about getting a walk on. I came in on the tail end of that era. You know what I'm saying? It wasn't no thing, man, to walk. I'm talking about just get your walk on. 8, 9 deep, man. I remember at nighttime, man, we used to, if you go, okay, in my neighborhood, if you go far enough back to where, in the 70s, I can say Central, the street Central used to belong to us. We would bell up and down Central like it was ours. The Villains was back on Hooper. They was back over there on Hooper and back. You know, Central belonged to the Avalons. Of course, as time went on, that changed. The Villains took Central and pushed us back to McKinley. It is what it is. But anyway, so it was just, man, the things was just different. The days of house parties, you know, 8 tracks, all that, it's gone. It's just gone, man. You know, and as time went on, it got very volatile. It got very, very, very volatile, man. You don't too much hear about like funerals getting shot up no more. Dudes running up in the funerals, turning over caskets. You know, people now, they have, you know, the candlelight vigils that they have. You wasn't having, during my time, no, you wasn't having no candlelight vigil, period. You wasn't going to do that. You wasn't able to do it because you was going to get shot the F up, period. You feel me? You had your little funeral, and it might get shot up, but no, it wasn't going to be no such thing as no candlelight vigils and all that. Because your enemies was coming back through. They was coming back through. Not only coming back through back in the day, back then, you know, you don't see it now. Nowadays, because of the cameras, the snitching, the cell phones and all that, dudes do what they do and they get on. And after they do what they do, they hope and pray that the person in the car with them don't tell on them. Let alone one of these cameras on somebody's doorbell or on somebody's street light catching them. You know, back then, man, dudes would do what they do and then come back with it during the thick of it to make sure you come back 30 minutes later. The whole little area is taped off. All man, people standing around crying, looking. You got their homeboys smacking their hand, going crazy, talking about what they gonna do, and homegirls hugging each other, crying, oh, the homie gone. And you come right back through. You might drive through. You feel what I'm saying? Looking to make sure to see if the evil deed was really done. You know? Or you might back then, we would send the homegirls back through. Man, go over there and check it out. You know what I'm saying? In an unidentified car, you know what I'm saying? 2 little cuties that don't look like they a part of nothing. You feel what I'm saying? And but they checking it out. They come back and they report and they letting it be known. Yeah. 2 got killed, 1 got shot, 3 got shot, 2 of them died, 1 of them made it. Okay. You know, and that's what it was back in the day. Back in the day. You feel me? And so, but in this day and age, it's changed so much, man. It's changed so much. I'm gonna tell you a story one time. I'm gonna tell you a story. This was on the tail end of things changing. This story took place back in the 90s. You know what I'm saying? Last time I was out in the 90s. And like I say, everybody know that you know who most people know what sets get along, what sets don't in LA. You know what I'm saying? You got the gangster car rivaled with the neighborhood car. You know what I'm saying? You got this set, you got the Hoovers over here, you got everything. It's enough information on YouTube now that people, they know pretty much who's aligned with who don't like who want to get at who likes who ride with who. You know what I'm saying? So you know what sets get along, what sets don't. Of course, you watch my show long enough, and you watch YouTube long enough to know that my set don't get along with what's called the 4-pack. Basically, Avalons don't get along with 4 trays. Main enemies, deadly enemies. And it started over 30 years ago, maybe 40 years ago, but now it still goes on to the day. It's like, okay, just like the 8-tray gangsters in the 60s, they went to war in 79. And to this day, they still have their differences. Same thing with the Avalons and the 4 trays. It started roughly around 93, and to this day, maybe a little bit before that, but to this day, it still goes on. That's just LA for you, y'all. It's just LA for you. But I'm trying to paint a picture to show you how volatile things were back in the day versus how things are now. You couldn't, nowadays people, they can have funerals everywhere almost. They can have funerals everywhere. Every now and then, sometimes what some people will do, they'll call in with what they enemy set with whoever they cool with. Because nowadays, it don't make no difference how tough your different hoods beef. There's going to be someone within this set, and there's going to be someone within this set that gets along. They can communicate with each other on the phone, and they can get along. For instance, like if somebody from a certain if somebody from a certain set get killed. Now, this is what goes on today, and for far as I'm concerned, it baffles me. It baffles me to no end. I cannot understand it. I mean, hey, it is what it is. It is what it is. But here it is. Somebody got dropped that night. So now, whatever set lost their homeboy, they might not know who done it, but they know who their immediate enemies are. They know who they are going at it with. So nowadays, somebody get dropped, they own the phone. They calling they main enemy set. They calling people within the rankings of their main enemy set because they have a relationship still with that person. And they like, man, hey, man, y'all did that? Man, y'all killed the homie, man. Y'all did that? Now, I would say where they do that at. But I know where they do it. They do it in LA. That's what they do. How in the world can people that's supposed to be actively banging or a part of whatever they're a part of call a member of their main enemy set and ask them because they got a homie that got dropped that night or that day or whenever and have the nerve to say, hey man, did y'all do that? Really? And this is what goes on. And not only do they have the audacity to call and ask, did y'all do that? Whoever they calling has the audacity to turn around and say yay or nay. Man, get the F out of here. When? What? How? Huh? So you actually got dudes that are willingly telling a member of they so-called enemy set, my little homeboys, they the one killed your homeboy last night. For real, man? No, we didn't do that. What? That style of gang banging, I don't know when it started. I was in jail or where it come from. But for me, man, that is some of the most craziest mess I've ever heard of. I'm just now getting to the realization of accepting the fact how everybody gets along in LA now to some degree. You know what I'm saying? The way Crips and Bloods used to be toward each other, that no longer exists, period. That no longer exists. You got some Crips that love, a Blood set more than they love other Crip sets. You got some Bloods that love other Crip sets more than they love other Blood sets. That's just the demographics of it now. It's just how the nature of the animal, that's how it's changed over the years. It is what it is. And I'm cool with, I don't really have a problem with it. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm cool with everybody except for a certain group of people. Y'all already know who that is. But other than that, I'm cool with everybody. So, what I'm doing now, I'm just giving you an explanation how things are, because you got a lot of people that think LA is how it used to be in the 1980s, and it's not. It's not that. It's not that by no stretch of the imagination. No stretch of the imagination. Nowadays you can call certain people within your so-called enemy set and tell them, hey, look, man, one of our homies got dropped, man. We want to have a funeral over there at such and such funeral home. Now that funeral home is in their hood. And, dudes can actually, give a pass and say, okay, yeah, y'all can have the funeral in our hood. During my day, that was unheard of. During my day, that was sacrilege. Never, ever, ever in a million years would have ever happened. It would never have even been thought about, contemplated, discussed, none of that. Period. Bring your ASS. Oh, matter of fact, try to drive through here with the whole funeral procession is going to get lit up with or without the police being there. It's finna get lit the F up. You better take a detour around and go to whatever funeral home or mortuary you going to. Don't come through here. But like I say, that was back during my time. It's not like that no more. And dudes was on it back during my time. We were really, really on the bull. We was really, really about that. Story one time. One time, man, me and my homeboy, No Good. That's my Mexican homeboy, No Good. You know what I'm saying? Me and him, we might have been worse than me and Crazy Ray as far as the violence go. We weren't as close as me and Crazy Ray. But as far as the violence, as far as the just unadulterated gang banging went, me and No Good might have been worser than me and Ray. Because he was on it and I was on it too. Man, I remember one time we coming down Avalon. We driving. So we got a funeral home right there on 46 or 47. And in Avalon, right there. You know what I'm saying? And we see a bunch of people, older people, you know what I'm saying? Somebody trying to have a funeral. They trying to view the body, or they trying to view the body. They trying to do something. You know what I'm saying? And as we me and No Good, we did the same thing that me and Crazy Ray did. No Good filled the void that I had within me when Crazy Ray left me. No Good kind of filled that void. He was my next sidekick, and we was like-minded as a mother. So we ride around all day doing what we do, doing our due diligence. You know what I'm saying? Just doing it. AGC style. Man, one day, man, we bust a corner. We coming down Avalon. We passing by the funeral home. So as we pass by the funeral, we can tell somebody having some type of event up here. We know it ain't us. We know it ain't us. So we looking. We see 4 dudes on kind of standing in the front, like up on the stairs. You could tell off the rip they banging. I'm like, what? Man, look, we come through, we slow up and we looking. Man, I'm like, cuz, you see that? You see that? He like, yeah. Man, homie, I know it ain't the whoop whoop whams. So he was like, cuz, I don't know. I'm like, man, bust a corner, homie, come back. Man, bend the corner, come back around. So boom, we bend the corner, we come up San Pedro, come back around, come back up on Avalon, we park. So when we parked, boom. So we get out the car. Of course, he heated, I'm heated, but it ain't out where we can show. So he talking to me like, man, I know dang well, man. Of course, we thought it was the Four Trays. We thought it was them that had the nerve to try to have a funeral in the set on our side of Vernon. So you know what I'm saying? We tripping, especially back then. So we get out the car, boom. We let you know, Avalon and Main, a busy street. We letting stuff go by. So we come across the street, boom. We come through the little gate they had in the front. We beamed in on the foe, but now we'd already like, cuz man, what we gonna do? So I mean, no BS. We had made our mind. If this where they was from, they was gonna have, you know, we had already made our mind up. It was gonna be more than a viewing of the body right here. It was gonna be a massacre. So when we come up the stairs, you know, older people looking, and we pull up on. We like, cuz, what's up, homie? Where y'all from? They looking like, what? Like, cuz, this Avalon, homie. Where y'all from? So the dude say, cuz, we from 40s. You from where? He said they was from 40. They was from West Side 40 neighborhoods. You know what I'm saying? Wasn't no funk at the time, none of that. So we like, oh, cuz, y'all up the West Side. They like, yeah, homie. You like, boom, what, one of y'all homies got dropped? They're like, yeah, we lost a homie, man. We up here viewing the body, and boom, 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 boom. So we like, all right, cuz, you know what I'm saying? We were just checking. And so, you know, no good, you know, he was talking like, cuz, we just making sure y'all one from Four Trey, boom, 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 boom. They like, nah, homie, we from West Side 40 neighborhood. So we like, okay, well, cool, cuz, you know what I'm saying? East Side Avalon, cuz, you know, they like, all right, cuz, it ain't no thing. And we, you know, we turn around, boom, we ain't tripping, we left. But that's how gang banging in LA used to be back in the day. That's how volatile it used to be. When we really, really held the title of gang capital of the United States, it was because of stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? And it's wild because if them dudes would have said the wrong thing, they was gonna get it right there on the stairs in front of everybody. You feel what I'm saying? In front of everybody. And you know, and is not even thinking about it, not even caring about it, but that's the way we were built back then. That was the mentality of gangbanging in LA we had back then. But it's totally different now. It's totally different. It's just changed. And to a degree, I'm glad it's changed. Because to me, that means it's a less of a loss of life. You know what I'm saying? It's a lot of lives that was lost back then, man. It's a lot of, you know, young men that was hurt, that was kind of dead in because of the way we were, the way people were, the way we were raised. Just like, the title of my book, A Product of My Environment. We were products of our environment. You know what I'm saying? Our environment raised us that way. Our environment showed us to be that way. And you know what I'm saying? We can't look at it as we was right or wrong. We were doing only what we knew to do. We were doing what the older people, our older homies, taught us to do. It is what it is. It was what it was. So, you know, I'm glad to say that, you know, LA is watered down now. It has changed a lot. You know, mothers get to see to a better degree their kids grow up. Grandmothers get to see to a better degree their family and their kids grow up, man. So look, like I tell them youngsters out there that want to go do that mess, it ain't worth it. It ain't worth it, y'all. So, man, it's me, your big partner, Cartoon 53. Peace. I'm out.